welcome to the next episode of the Wayward Lasses All the Things podcast. I'm your host today, Brittany, joined by my sister Courtney.
Hello, sister.
And my mother, Amy.
Hi, guys.
Hello. So today we are actually going to be talking about a serious topic, getting old. And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is actually Mom has her blog post, and she has 2 different posts about getting old. I figured there was something on her mind, and then I got me started thinking about getting old, and then we started having a chat about getting old. So I think it's just time to talk about getting old.
Talk about it.
It's important to talk about. But before we get started, Courtney is going to give us some trivia. So take it away, love.
Courtney is going to give us song trivia, Mother. Finish the lyric.
Wonderful.
But look, we're going to have fun. So I think it's all songs that you know. I will be very surprised if you don't know these songs. And we're going with 90s. This is 90s.
90s.
Oh, forget it.
You'll be fine because they're very popular songs. You'll be fine. All right. Ready? And I am not as good as you two. I will start to sing it. So I have to compose myself so I don't start singing. All right. Here we go. Ready? I get knocked down.
But I get up again and keep me down. Chumbawamba tub thumping.
Next. Okay. As I walk
through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. It's Coolio, Gangster Paradise.
Oh, are we going to let Mother answer at all today?
This is a competition.
Chumbawamba.
Ma, did you know that? The one that if I would have continued. Do you know the lyrics Brittany just said?
Yeah, I just couldn't have said it like she did. With authority.
Wow. All right. You ready?
Ready.
Strumming my pain with his fingers.
Singing my life
with his...
The Fugees sang it, but it really wasn't
Killing
them.
Me
It was
Softly.
Roberta Flack.
Killing me softly.
They remade it.
His song. Killing me softly.
Yes.
These are easy. These are easy peasy.
Well, I was trying to be,
I love it, though.
Everybody's singing.
It.
All right, how about this one? I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie
world.
Life in plastic. It's
Fantastic.
Yay. You can brush my...
Who sings it?
Anyway, Aqua.
Very good. Very, very good.
Imagination, like this young... You see they're making a Barbie movie?
A Barbie movie?
Yeah,
No,
and
I didn't see that.
Margot Robbie is Barbie. And who is the guy who's in the Notebook?
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, he's Ken.
What? Okay. Is this like a comedy? Are we comedian?
I don't know comedian, but it is a real movie, real life movie.
No comedian? No? Okay.
Maybe comedian?
I don't know. All right. Next one. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars.
Break the Mold, All Star, Smash Mouth.
How you doing, Ma?
All that glitters.
Oh, you asked a question? I'm sorry.
Only shooting stars.
Just kidding.
Somebody once told me the word.
All right, here we go.
Oops. All right.
I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me.
All the way, yeah. Ow.
What is
Red
that
Hot
song?
Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge?
Oh.
Under the Bridge, yes. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm so good at this.
Yes. You
I guess so.
want to just pat yourself a little. I'm so amazing.
So good at this.
All right. This one. Ready? I was down at the New Amsterdam staring at this blank girl. If I say the next line, you might get it. Mr. Jones strikes up a conversation.
Oh.
Mr.
Sorry,
Jones and me,
Jackson.
this is...
Is that it? Oh.
I was
Yeah,
down at
New
the New
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam staring
So
at
damn
this.
beautiful, Mr. Jones and me.
Oh. That?
Telling each
What kind
other
of girl was he
fairy
staring?
tales. A beautiful woman.
Yellow
Oh, come
hair.
on. Yellow-haired
Yellow-haired.
woman. It's
Yellow-haired girl.
Mr. Jones by oh my gosh. It's not Hootie and the Blowfish. It's
Something train.
what's the first letter?
C.
C. I hate myself for not knowing. What is it?
Counting Crows.
Counting Crows.
So,
All right,
Do you
Mom,
know
you'll
the
know this
song,
one.
Mom?
oh yeah, no, yes, I know that song.
You know the song. You know the song. You know the song. You know the song. Ready? It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away.
It's been 7
Sinead
hours
O'Connor.
and 15 days.
I go out every night and blank all day.
Cry.
Drink all day.
Oh, Mom.
No, cry.
I go out every night and blank.
Sleep all day.
Yes, she got it.
I had to think about
All right,
it.
last one. This song I love. Every time this song comes on the radio, I like break it down. I love it. Marry him or marry me. I'm the one that loves you. Baby, can't you see? I ain't got no history or...
I got no history.
You know the song?
Do you, Brittany?
Marry him or marry me. I'm the one that loves you, baby. Can't you see? No? I ain't
got no time.
Oh, the Black Crows.
Black Crows? Said if you... Two
Want
princes.
to call me baby.
Wait, baby.
Just
Let's go ahead now.
Oh, never mind.
It's two princes.
Yes.
Said
Family
First letter.
tree.
Whatever.
So I got no history or family tree.
What's the first
Two
letter
princes
of the
by
group?
the Spin Doctors.
Spin Doctors.
The
Oh.
Spin Doctors.
Okay.
That was
You
it.
literally do that. How about randomly throughout the episode, Courtney, you go trivia break and then throw another one at us?
Sure. I
Okay.
can do it.
All right. Let's get started with the episode. Okay. So I will go ahead and get started. I don't know if I fear getting older. I just am realizing I'm 31 now and it is coming quick. Like I feel like I had just graduated high school and then I graduated college and then now I'm 31 and I just feel old and there's the fear of, or I'm having this hard time coming to realization that my body no longer does what my mind thinks it can do.
And your biological clock is ticking.
My biological clock is ticking.
What movie?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my cousin
Really,
Benny,
Mom?
Marissa Tomei.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Would you care what the color suit was wearing when he shot you?
What color pants?
Oh, color pants.
Color pants.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I'm gonna on one of your blog posts you put some fears. And you put fear of being alone, ending up in a nursing home, being a burden to my family, dementia or Alzheimer's, not having money to retire, falling and sustaining a life-altering injury, being invisible. Those are all like real fears, and I've never thought about them before until I read your blog. Anybody want to piggyback off that?
I think it's you don't, because you don't see the end of your life or getting old. Right? When you're young, you can't even begin to fathom, like, what is it going to be like 30 years from now? So I think it's very hard for you to even like think about being alone. You're like probably in the prime of your life right now, right? And I think that's why a lot of young people, and I'm just speaking from just experience, because I was in that situation also, because you don't see yourself getting older, you don't do things like save. You don't do things like keep your mind sharp, or, make sure that you have a retirement set up and you're set up to not be dependent upon your family when you get old. The other thing too is, I have not even done this yet, creating a will. I mean, who wants to create a will when you're in your 30s? Like, nobody does that. But God forbid something happened to you. What's going to happen to all your assets? So I didn't have that in the blog. But I think, again, people your age don't necessarily start to think about getting older until maybe like what I have in the blog. You see somebody crossing the street and they're old, or you see somebody on the road driving really slow and you like start cursing them out, and then you drive by them and you see it's grandma and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, that type of thing. And God, I hope people don't do that to me when I get old. So
Do you know what Alex and I call that?
what?
DWOAF.
Driving while
old as
oh.
Fergus.
Oh, see
Fergus.
that?
Fergus.
See, you can't imagine it.
Old as Fergus.
You just
No, I
can't
agree with you. I
imagine
just
it.
I don't know. I've not thought of a will or any of that stuff. I'm just now coming to terms with realizing that my body no longer does what it used to, and that's like a wake up call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Court.
Agreed.
You feel like you're going to say something?
No. I was just pondering on your words, Mom's words, thinking about what I would be afraid of about getting old. It doesn't scare me, but I think what I don't want to happen is, how there are some people who treat the elderly as if they're like children. And really they have more life wisdom than you could probably ever imagine. Like sometimes I think, like Mama, for example, I don't think of her as old because she's so full of life and full of energy.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine just like the story she has to tell? Just we know bits and pieces of her life. Obviously, Mom, she's your mom. So when you were younger, you experienced what was she had you when she was in her 30s, 20s, 30s?
I think 20s.
20s. Okay.
Yeah.
But can you just think back right now at like all the stuff you guys did in high school and all the friends you had and all the funny, crazy stories you had in elementary and all that stuff. And it's like Mama has such a huge story to tell from the time she was in elementary school to now. And it's like, she may never get to tell that story if people aren't interested in asking.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like, I don't know if I'm getting my fear across, but almost like when my kids are grown and have their own kids and I'm grandma or I'm great grandma and, will anybody care to talk to me? Will anybody come to me and see me as a source of, let's go to grandma. She'll know. And she'll, she's lived so much life. Or will they just kind of treat me like, grandma, you don't know anything,
Yeah.
So then I always try to be careful with Mama. Cause we've talked about how she just likes to always just be in the conversation. And sometimes we're like, okay, or sometimes she's not as tech savvy as like maybe other people might be. And so sometimes we do tend to treat her like she's a child, but, and sometimes it's warranted, sometimes she does need step-by-step instructions on how to handle an iPad or handle her iPhone. Like I'm not saying that it's not okay to break things down for her, but I also think that we have to remember to approach those who are older than us with a well-deserved amount of respect. And I think my fear isn't getting old. It's getting older and having people look past me as if
you're not there. Invisible.
Because it's like,
there's the thing, being invisible.
Yeah, but one thing when you die, you're gone. Okay. But I don't want to die before I die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have no purpose here because everybody's just too busy doing everything and they just don't acknowledge that I'm worth anything, So there you go. That's it.
And that what you said right there is related to my other post having to be old about our one aunt who is just ready to I'm ready for God to take me, because I feel exactly what you said. Yeah. Nobody's there. People look past. She doesn't have necessarily a purpose anymore. Plus her she's getting older and her body's aching. And if you don't have that fulfillment, if you don't, if you can't drive anymore, right? You're stuck in the house. Nobody comes to visit you. You're like, you're alive, but you're dead.
Yeah.
So that's what that post was about in terms of, mindset and perspective.
Yeah. And also, yes, Brittany. Sorry, go ahead, Mom.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and also, yes, Brittany, I agree. My body is not. It's just like I turned 30, or just turned 35, and it's like I told you guys,
halfway through your 30s.
I know.
Well, we'll get to the physical. We'll get to the physical part. We'll get to the
we
physical
will.
part.
But listen, I just had the realization that I'm no longer in my early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you're approaching 40.
I'm not in my early 30s anymore. I'm mid 30s. Oh.
Yeah. I had a
It
friend.
hurts us.
I was having a conversation with her. She's 27. She's like, I'm 27 and this needs to kind of happen now because I don't want it to happen when I'm old, like 35. And I was like, whoa.
Slow down.
Watch your language.
I can remember being younger and thinking, like, Mom, my parents are like 37, 38. Like, my God.
God, you're so old.
Like so
Yeah.
old. But they seemed just like old. Like, no offense, but you seem like, oh, wow, that's so old. And now, like, you know, my husband's 38.
You're there.
38. Bobby's 38. 38. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that number as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, like 30s, 40s, 50s, it's so old. And then you get there and you're like, well, it's not that old.
This ain't so bad.
It's the new 18.
Yeah. Oh, 30s. 30s are the new 20s. I would say, because I didn't know anything in my 20s. I was in college. I was, just whatever. I feel like I've got more knowledge. I've got more of an understanding of who I am now, the things that I want to do. So I don't know. Yeah, 30s are the new 20s. It's the new prime.
Yeah.
If only my body would be in its prime.
Yeah.
To go back to what you were saying about when you have your grandkids, Court, I'm going to be around still. But when you have your grandkids, I think what's going to help in terms of them coming to you and asking grandma or whatever you want to be called, well, what does grandma think type of thing. It's going to come from how your children raise their children and how they look at older or the elderly.
Yeah.
If you approach the elderly with respect, if you feel that what they have to say matters, if you want to hear what they have to say, they're going to approach it the same way. But if you don't put any emphasis on that whatsoever, then as you get older and you have your grandkids, you're just gonna, oh yeah, that's Grandma Courtney. Yeah, just leave her alone. She likes peace and quiet.
I'm so sorry. I just, not to make light of that because you're 100% correct, but I'm just thinking about how Mama, like, how her and Emma have like a bit of a rivalry.
Why? They do?
Like on purpose. Like Emma will just be sitting there and Mama will just go up to her and just like, pull her hair or like pinch her. And Emma will be like, Mama! And it's not so much now, but when Emma was younger, they used to do that to each other all the time. And I'm like, you two are like little children. Like Mama just likes to stir the pot. Is that what you say? Like she just likes to, I don't know, start stuff.
Instigate.
Emma would come back and they would like fight. Like I would hear them arguing. I'm like, oh, are you kidding? And she was like,
it's your third child, fourth child.
Yeah, it was just funny. So yeah.
That's so funny. Oh goodness.
And anyway, yeah. She like she teases them, but in a funny way, and then they like get annoyed and then they yell and then she yells and then it's funny, but so yes, it has to do with how I raise them and also maybe
100%.
how you as a grandma act.
Oh, that is so funny.
It is. You've never seen that?
No.
You've never seen them tease each other? It's really funny.
No.
Yeah. It's so funny. Anyway.
Sorry. One of the things that a fear, I guess, would be like getting dementia or Alzheimer's. That would just be awful.
That's so heartbreaking. Can you just imagine if me, like one day, like I have Alzheimer's and I don't even know who you guys are, and you try and I just can't remember who you are, and I'm afraid of you because you're coming into my house and you're trying to like hug me and I'm like, oh, who are you? Get away from me type of thing. That's so heartbreaking. I don't wish that on anybody.
When I were talking about this recently because she's experiencing some of that with her mom, and she said she talks to her mom once a week, and she was talking to her mom the other day, and her mom spent the entire conversation thinking that Joe was her mom's sister. So her mom thought she was talking to her sister the whole time. And she said what she was talking about, like their childhood and stuff like that. And Joe said, at that point, I just, I remember, no point in trying to try to correct her because, but that's to me the worst thing. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And anyone who's listening to this, who is going through something like that, I hope you're getting some support and, we're praying for you because it's a very, very tough situation. Very.
Can't even imagine.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Another fear you put up here is like not having money to retire. I guess making sure that during your life you're doing what you can, so when you do get to that age you can just relax. You don't have to worry about other people taking care of you. And I don't know, like the cost of medication has gone up tremendously. Like who knows? Or like maybe if you hurt yourself and you have to pay for those types of things, you can't really work as much anymore. So yeah, there are definitely some fears. Like after reading your post, I was like, oh my God, I need to catch up. Like I am getting old. I need to start doing these things.
Now, let's face it, guys, Social Security is not going to be enough to sustain you when you get older. You are either going to have some money put aside, living with your family, or you're just going to continue to work until you die. So, I mean, if you want to continue to work, then hey, that's great. But if you want to be able to enjoy, the last how many years of your life, then you better start saving now. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I wrote this as well, is if you guys are not doing this, the younger people, you guys too, if you're not doing it now, take heed, read what's in here. Don't take it lightly. It's not going to get easier as you get older, as some people might think. In fact, it probably gets harder, because in addition to, your body failing you, and for some people, your looks failing you, you're not going to be able to keep that job anymore. You're not going to have the energy anymore. So with that, not having energy, not being able to have a job, unless you have some money saved up, where are you going to live? How are you going to feed yourself? Brittany, you talked about medication. Well, our aunt, she's not working. She's retired. She's only collecting so much from the government. She does not have money to buy her diabetes medication. So she's not taking it, right? You don't want to be that. And God forbid, if you have hypertension and, some coronary disease, and you can imagine if you can't take your medicine, that's just going to,
that's tough.
yeah.
I wonder if our generation now, growing up in or living in a time where everything is remote and everything is moving to remote, I wonder if we'll see the retirement age change. People tending to retire later because they can work from the comfort of their own home longer.
I don't want to work forever though. That's my goal right now.
I don't either, but I want,
Yeah. My goal now is to not have a 9-to-5, and I'm 31. My goal is to retire soon.
Yeah.
Or we open up a family business that will just keep running itself and the income will just keep coming in.
There you go.
Coming in.
Multiple sources of income, ladies, is what we need.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So something else that you talk about in your blog post is kind of like some things that you can do at least to, I guess, help with the physicality of getting older and the mentality of getting older. So I like that you did that. I think it is really important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself physically. Like for example, when Dad was here the other day, he showed me the bruise that he had on the inside of his leg. And I was just like, that's just because, no, it was a picture that he showed me, but I was just like, wow, like he swiped his leg a little bit too much. And I mean, you've heard my stories. I playing dodgeball threw out my back and my top vertebrae slipped out of place and a rib popped out of place. I was walking my dog a couple weeks ago and I missed a step and badly sprained my ankle. I went slip and sliding and really hurt myself again. And I was like, I kept thinking, when I was younger, I always used to be the person that would do the crazy things. I would do backflips off of the diving board. We had a trampoline. I would do crazy jumps in the air and throw my body around. I would always do these crazy things. And there's a trampoline park here, and I've always wanted to go to one. But the thought of it sends shivers down my spine. So I'm like, no way. The first jump I take, my ankle's going to snap. There's no way. Done with that. But I just like that you break down, it's important to stretch and start doing those things and making sure that you're nimble and you're active now. So when you get a little bit older, 5, 10, 20 years down the road, your back doesn't go out because you went to pick up something, hopefully.
I remember Uncle Todd's mother. We were there. I think you guys were both there for Thanksgiving. We were walking her to the car and she fell. She broke her hip. So
I don't think I was there. Was it icy? How'd she fall?
No, it was dark and probably just, stepped wrong. But when you get older, if you are not stretching, think about you guys now. Think if you weren't working out and, doing Krav and doing Peloton and lifting weights and whatnot. So now what happens are your bones, your muscles just are blah, and your bones become fragile so that when you fall and you break something, your body isn't going to be as quick to repair as it was when you were younger. So typically what you see happen is people get older, they fall, it leads from one, sickness to the next. And oftentimes what you'll see is that's like the beginning of the end type of thing. Not to scare you guys, but it really is important to stay nimble or flexible. Think about mama doing, oh, I can do a split still and I can touch my toe. I can't friggin' touch my toes.
Look how flexible I am.
Watch. She does it.
Watch.
It's so funny. People she just meets. Oh, I can still do it. Watch.
She does this.
She does this. So go down and to the left and to the right.
Look at her, and she does not look her age, right?
She doesn't look like she's going to be 80, right? Next year?
40. Yes. She's going to be 80 next. Wow.
She doesn't look 80.
Look 80. I'll have to put a picture of mom at this show. She does not look 80.
Not at all. But it's, I mean, it's science. Our muscles support our muscles though support our frame, our bones. Yeah. So you don't keep the muscles strong, then everything else will go away. I saw this video the other day of a 93 or 4-year-old woman like doing gymnastics. She wasn't doing like backflips or anything, but she was doing handstands, cartwheels. She was going into a split. She was doing forward rolls. I was like, man, that woman's gonna live forever.
She's short hair. Did she have like a leotard
and like a purple leotard? Yeah, you saw that?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's amazing.
She's made her way around on Facebook.
It is.
I thought that was awesome.
Maybe if some of you are struggling to get back into the health scene and working out, you can just think, I'm setting myself up for future success.
Yep.
And then
it might not seem much right now, but honestly, because you don't seem to think 20 to even 10, even 5 years down the road, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Can you imagine 30 years from now? You guys just can't. It's like Brittany said, set yourself up for success now.
Yeah.
Little things.
Something else that you talked about in the blog was, keeping your mind up as well. And that could definitely help with the Alzheimer's and dementia fears of, just making sure that you're taking time to read or solve puzzles, do something to keep your brain active, learn a different language, something to keep the neurons,
puzzle books. Get a puzzle book. Brittany, did you ever do that Sherlock Holmes book? I didn't like it.
You got it?
She's got it right there. You didn't like it?
I did. I finished it. I didn't like it. It was too repetitive.
Well, I literally got to the 4th one, and I haven't done it since.
So, it's the same type of puzzle, just different words. Maybe we got 2 different ones. I don't know, but I got the Sherlock Holmes one. So I did the logic ones, but. Yeah. It was good. It wasn't bad, but after a while I started getting bored and I was like, oh, okay, I need a new book.
Or I need to pick this back up.
I like the logic ones, where they give you 5 clues and then you have to figure out who's married to who and where they live, or you guys ever seen those logic problems that they give you?
Yeah.
Oh, I stink at those.
Oh, I was stuck on one the other day. I erased it 10 times. I still haven't solved it. About to go do it when we're done here recording.
I will solve this.
Get it. I will not look up a hint. It's the worst part. Is having the hints.
There's
there.
Also a bunch of apps that you can use nowadays that have little game. I mean, eventually you probably have to pay for them, but there's little quick games that you can do, just anything like that to keep your brain function going, and making sure that you're eating things that help with that. Watch your diet and make sure that just you're constantly. You always want to prepare for the future, I think, and yes, you want to live in the moment and have fun with where you are, but if you thought back, man, if I was just doing A, B, and Z, I skipped the whole alphabet. A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z. If I was just doing those things, think about where I would be now. It's same thing, with saving money or some of the decisions that I made in the past. If I had only just done this one thing, right now it would be so much different. So take our words.
Heed our warning.
Heed our warning.
Heed our warning.
I do say this
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I do say in the blog that, you guys have the knowledge. I teach knowledge at my job, and knowledge is one thing, but if you don't do anything with it, right? Knowledge without action. So do something with the knowledge that we're sharing with you guys today. Otherwise,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, wait.
Look-
Hey, wait. You say you want to get in my Benz? You say you want to get in my Benz?
Well, use me, because I ain't your average groupie.
I thought you were going to keep going.
back.
we
Sir
got
Mix-a-Lot.
back. That's it.
All right.
I'm so good at it, guys. Do another one.
What?
Just do another one.
Confused me.
Collaborate and listen.
Ice back with a brand new invention, something. Grabs a hold of me tightly, flows like a hawk, daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights, and I glow to the extreme. And go on the stage and watch me jump like a candle dance. Okay, I'll stop. I can keep going.
Good job, Brittany. This
Sorry.
is a Brittany
One more.
Okay.
Scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly.
Is also known as a buster. Always thinking about what he wants. And you sang that.
Sits on his broke. I know, I couldn't help it. You can't. How do you just go, a scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly?
Is a guy.
I can't. See, I told you I can't. I can't do this song
Who
without
doth think
singing
he
it.
be fine?
Who doth think? Yes. Yes.
Doth think. I gotta say, I think the worst part about getting old so far is back pain.
I know ankle pain sucks too, so I don't know.
Any
Back
kind
pain,
of
Courtney.
pain.
Any pain.
Have you had back pain yet, Cor? Like, have you thrown your back out yet?
So I always have back pain because I have like scoliosis in my back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I usually have like lower back pain. It's quite common. But my wrist is something new. I was playing the piano. I was playing the piano, and my left hand no longer works.
Oh,
Like
that's
your fingers,
common though.
You can't.
You haven't used it for a long time. That's very common.
I know. I didn't realize, I guess, how out of practice I was. And I couldn't play. Like I played for like 5 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm done. But I did go in and go for like, the Chopin right away. I didn't like do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or anything. So I went right into the kill, but it hurts. It hurts a lot. It hurts. And then remember, Mom, we were at Krav and the same wrist.
The same wrist, yep.
We couldn't do hammer fist.
Wow.
Not me.
With my left hand. Oh, we know.
I still, for the 4th of July, I cannot lift a weight with this arm. Like, I can do shoulder presses, but anything that requires my arm to go from here to here with any pressure, even lifting up my water bottle, still immense amount of pain. And it makes me mad because I am 3 workouts. Yeah.
That's not good.
It's fine. It'll be fine. But I have 3 workouts left in Caroline's workout program. And one of them is arms. I can't do it. And then, like, the other ones require you to, like, use that
use
arm.
your
I'm
arms.
just like,
All right, I'm just going to say something.
Say
what?
it.
I think I tore a muscle. I think I, like, bruised or tore a muscle, like, with what happened with Dad.
All right, this is we know what the sources of why that happened, but this is the
It had nothing to do with getting old.
Extreme. No, this is about being in pain. So Steve's father had a pain in his shoulder and kept saying, "Nah, it's fine. It's all right." When he just let it go. He never went to the doctor. It turned out to be cancer.
Who are you talking about?
I'm not saying you
dad.
have it. We know the source, Steve's dad. So we know the source of where yours came from, but that still doesn't excuse why you should not
go to
have
bed thinking I have cancer in my arm.
No, you're not gonna, because we know where it came from. I'm just saying, don't ignore the pain that's not normal.
Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor. Doctor.
It was getting better, and then we went on the lake and we were pulling a tube, and I went one time, and I was like, I shouldn't do this again. And now it's hurting me. Okay, I will go.
Maybe you need PT to strengthen something, right? Are you doing any exercises to strengthen?
Am I doing the Spider-Man's?
I don't get strength. I don't know. I'm just saying, go to the doctor.
Go.
All right. Anybody else?
Listen. Although we've come to the end of the road.
To the end of the road.
Still I can't. I just can't do
go.
It's
so natural.
no, it's unnatural.
Oh, is that what he says?
It's unnatural. It's not so natural. I can't do it.
Well, you belong to me, I belong to you. That's so natural.
He says, I can't let go. It's unnatural.
It's unnatural to let go.
Yes,
To let go.
One more.
Oh. Another turning point. A fork.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Time grabs you by the left wrist.
By the wrist and let you when you know.
So make the best.
All
right. All right.
All right, Matthew.
All right.
Anybody else got anything to add?
No.
Mom, I think you should have Mama live with you and she shouldn't get an apartment.
Okay.
Wow.
Somebody. She needs to live with somebody. She can't live in an apartment on her own.
It was so crazy. I had a dream about this last night. I dreamt that the lady next door moved out and we bought the house for Mama. And we built a huge deck connecting my house to hers.
There you go. Yeah.
Like you couldn't just walk there. We had to build the deck. I don't know why. But yeah.
She's never going to say it. She's going to think that she's being a burden and that she needs her own place to let you guys live your lives. But
I think she wants her own place. I don't think she needs her own. She's got her stuff.
Mom, she wants a place to put her entertainment center. She doesn't want to live alone. But we'll see. Listen, nothing has happened. You've put applications out there and nothing has happened yet. So we will see.
Somebody. You guys all have houses down there now. Somebody. Even Tina Gina, she got all these extra bedrooms. They get her involved.
That was
Tell me the world is gonna roll me up. You did that one.
All right, well, all right. Look at you.
You did that.
In the shed.
I like the way you work it. I like the way you work it.
No diggity. I got the bag it up. I like the way you work.
Hey, let's get back on track.
All right.
Are we done, Zoe?
We're done,
Zoe. Anything to add?
No.
Okay.
I do want to add one thing. Can I add one thing? Or
yes, your thing. Later? Your thing.
So guys, every now and then we are going to be promoting a fundraiser or promoting a business. And one of the things that I did find, I do belong to the Foundation Fighting Blindness organization. It's a 501c, so it's a nonprofit. It's a 50-mile run, guys. I don't think I'll be running all of it at once. I do have, I believe, like a month and a half to get the 50 miles in. But I'm going to be putting on our website the actual link where you can donate. I'm just looking to raise right now $200. Why am I doing this? Well, you guys know that Steve does have a retinal eye disease, retinitis pigmentosa, where he does have limited vision. I told you guys it's like taking paper towel tubes and looking around the room like that. He has no peripheral vision. If he's looking at you in the eye, he cannot see your hand come up to go shake it. And his field of vision is getting smaller and smaller each day. So he does walk around with the cane. And I thought this would be a good cause for me to join and share with our listeners. So again, please look for that and donate if you can, even if it's just $1.
Just $1.
Look out for it. Just $1.
So you have a month to get 50 miles in?
I think it's like a month and a half.
How do you record it?
For the exact dates.
Is there like an app or something where you go on there?
No, it's on Messenger. I have to go and record my miles with them. So
got ya.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we donate our miles to you?
I don't know.
You donate your miles to us?
To me?
Did you do that?
Please? I don't know. Like, why couldn't we go in as a group? I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Right now, it's just showing up as my fundraiser, but I'll have to see if we can go in as a team.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do one more trivia to end it, and then we'll close out. Mom will close us out. So get ready, Mom.
Okay. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include
everyone.
Yeah.
Say your prayers,
little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone.
Burn it down. I'll hold you in, tuck you in. Something, soon till the Sandman goes.
Ma, do you know that one, Ma? Ma, do you know that one?
Keep one eye open.
Yay!
Yeah, ripping
Squeezing your pillow tie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Into. Okay.
All right,
I did
well.
You ready? You ready to close this out, Mom? That was plenty of time.
Yeah.
There she
Okay, let's do
goes.
There she goes again.
All I can say is that my life is pretty.
I got it. Gray.
No. All I can say is that my life is pretty.
It's pretty lame.
Close. Plain. Plain.
Plain.
That's how he sings it. All I can say is that my life
is pretty plain.
plain.
My life don't be plain.
Exactly like that.
It's not
I'm ready.
the same.
No rain.
Mother.
Yes,
Guys,
thank you
look
all.
Look how
What?
tan I am compared to the two of you. Well, mainly Courtney.
I am tan.
Courtney, you're really white. You're really
No,
pale.
obnoxious.
Very tan.
I'm not. I'm outside every single day doing the garden. What garden?
This
I
was
have
one
roses.
day at the lake.
It's the lighting. I'm telling you, the yellow
It's the
light
light.
against your skin makes you look pale.
Okay.
Yellow walls.
Is that better?
All right.
All right, let's close on us out. Thank you,
You
guys
are.
so much for taking the time to be with us today. Please continue to support us by subscribing to our podcast as well as rating us on Apple and Spotify. And guys, don't forget, we have our YouTube page. Unfortunately, we have to fix the search. So when you search, make sure you type in Wayward Lasses, one word, no space between the Wayward and
There
the
is no
Lasses.
space between.
There
Wayward
is no
and
space. There is no fork or spoon.
There is no.
Anyways, yes, check us out on YouTube. If you love this episode, please share this on your Instagram stories and tag us at Wayward_Lasses. And if you're not following us,
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Guys, we're trying to
What to
hit
say.
100 followers. We need 100 followers.
But
Aw.
stay. Yes, please follow us so that you can stay up to date on our tips, tricks, and short stories. Or send us some love, or do both on our Wayward Lasses Facebook community page. And don't forget, if there's a topic that you would love for us to discuss, you can email us at waywardlasses@gmail.com. Wayward Lasses is one word, by the way. And our website, guys, www.waywardlasses.com, all one word as well, where we have our podcasts, my blog, we have our resources, and we have our storefront there. Who's going to close us out, ladies?
Courtney's got it. By the way, we have 67 followers
67.
on
Lucky.
the Instagram.
All right then. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us. And until next time, we are the Wayward Lasses reminding you to keep it real.
Adios. Pip,
Bye.
pip, cheerio.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye now.
Stay
Bye-bye.
classy.
You have one more? Go ahead, do another one.
No, I was just doing them a Green Day song. Another
Do another
turning point. Folks.
Do
Who are you
another
supposed to be? Like Mike Tyson or
Do
something?
another one.
Sparkly. I was trying to get my complexion up. You just told me that I look pale against the yellow, so I used the black.
Like
No.
if you had, like if you put yourself up against the wall like that, you would probably blend in if it weren't for your eyes and your hair.
Do one more trivia.
Are you
One
saying
more.
I'm yellow?
Do it again.
On the spot. I don't think I'm ready. All right, let's see. All right, ready? Oh no, my computer stopped. Okay. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. Life is stupid.
With the lights out, entertainers.
Here we
Here we are. Ma, you got that.
All right,
Life
I'm
is
stopping.
stupid and
Contagious.
yes. And what's the name of the song? And who sings it?
Here we are.
Nirvana. Smells
Nirvana.
like Teen Spirit.
Teen
Are you
Spirit.
cheating?
No.
Yeah, she is. She always cheats. Come
There's
on.
a way.
know
There's
these.
a way.
I know these.
Smells
I
like
know
Teen
these.
Spirit. Nirvana. I know
This
these.
is my realm of things.